Well, pregnancy loss is such a tough topic to discuss, but an important one to share to help other mothers. And in New York City, there are about 900 stillbirths each year, according to the CDC. Now, the mental and physical toll that loss can take on a woman is immense, but there is hope and a place locally that can help. And joining us now to talk more about this, Dr. Joanne Stone, director of the Mount Sinai Rainbow Clinic, and also one of her patients, Stephanie Lee. Good morning to both of you. Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Well, Dr. Stone, we're going to start with you. So the Rainbow Clinic, this is a very special name. Now, for some people who aren't familiar, can you just talk about what exactly is a rainbow baby?
Absolutely. So a rainbow baby is a baby that somebody's carrying after having suffered a stillbirth in a prior pregnancy or some kind of perinatal loss. So it's really important because this is the baby that has hopefully, hope and future for that parent.
And Stephanie, can you tell us about your journey, whatever you are comfortable sharing? What led you to see Dr. Stone?
Sure. So my first pregnancy was in 2021. And unfortunately, at 36 weeks, I found out that my daughter was stillborn. We went to a routine OB appointment and we found out that there was no longer a heartbeat. And I delivered her on October 21st, 2021. Her name was Elodie Haru Ansari. My family and I were just utterly devastated after we lost her. She was our first child, and she still is our first child, our first daughter. And yeah, it was something that we never knew was a possibility. There was very little knowledge about stillbirth at the time within our family and myself. And so through a colleague who highly recommended Dr. Stone, I had made an appointment for a preconception consultation with Dr. Stone. And it was in that amazing meeting with Dr. Stone for the first time that my husband and I found out about the Rainbow Clinic. I think it was early in the conception of it, but Dr. Stone and her team were an answered prayer in our family that, to be honest, up until that point, there's still a lot of fear, but fear and just distrust with the medical system and just the entire journey of having a family was very bleak for our family. And when we met Dr. Stone, I had heard about rainbow clinics overseas, but to find out that there was going to be one right in New York City, it was just an answered prayer that we just never saw coming, and really just paved the way of us building our family.
Stephanie, thank you so much for sharing your story, because you are helping so many mothers right now. It's definitely such a tough topic to discuss. And Dr. Stone, just jumping off on that point, the Rainbow Clinic offers such unique opportunities for patients going through this, how you address both mental and physical health. Can you talk about some of those support programs?
Absolutely. I mean, we're so lucky to have received some support for developing this Rainbow Clinic. Stephanie's so brave for telling her story and doing amazing work here. But the Rainbow Clinic is really meant to look at what are the potential causes that may have led to the stillbirth in the first place, in the first pregnancy. Everybody that patients encounter undergo specific training in terms of sensitivity. We talk about Elodie, the name of the baby. We recognize that that's the first child that they have, and give the best medical care that we can, always trying to be available. If there's ever any question, they know that they can come in, and anytime if they're concerned. They undergo a lot of surveillance and time delivery. So we really tailor the approach to the care to the specific patient. We have a nutritionist support, social work support. We now have peer mentoring groups. So it's really an incredible experience, because if you can imagine undergoing a stillbirth or perinatal loss, and then getting pregnant again. There's so much anxiety
So much.
around that pregnancy. So yeah, it's really tough.
Well, thank you so much both for sharing your stories, and we'll have more information for mothers on our website so they can find that support as well. Really appreciate having you, and we'll be right back.